came out.
Somebody brought him down.
Somebody
there was
brought
a
him
snitch
down.
in the house.
And dog, he kept saying, "I'm not gonna leave, bitch."
Yeah.
They got the goon squad coming in from the Bronx.
Yeah.
You got about a day before.
You already know.
That motherfucker, they made his ass resign, and now they're gonna throw his ass off the fucking island. And then the governor that wanted to replace him, she didn't want it.
No, she was
She's
scared.
like, these motherfuckers ain't fucking around. They'll kill me.
I love your recap.
Oh, please. Those governors are feeling like a Kennedy right now. They walk around with helmets and spacesuits on and shit. It's tough being a fucking elected official in Puerto Rico.
Oh my God.
They don't give a fuck down there in PR.
They don't. You saw what happened to that reggaeton artist? They shot him in the head because he was threatening to release a video about another artist being gay. No. And they took care of him, which is horrible.
How is El Papi doing? Nope.
Big Papi?
Yeah.
He's out of the hospital now. But yeah, the Dominican Republic wasn't it like 40 people or something crazy? Like,
yeah, he was. It was who was he messing with? He was messing with a cartel person, though.
Who? Papi?
But yeah, that's what they said. He was messing around with somebody's wife.
Oh, Jesus.
And then they put a hit out on him.
I'm not surprised. So what does all this stuff make you guys feel like? Like, Cuba has its own issues, but it's still home. Like, do you guys like? Is it weird for you to be like, okay, it's probably not safe to go there right now? Like,
I don't ever feel not safe around my people. I can go anywhere in the Caribbean, the Latin speaking Caribbean, and I'm not going to feel unsafe.
Okay,
you feel unsafe?
I ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, I'll go to Puerto Rico.
I don't need to go nowhere.
No, but I'm saying, but I'll go to Puerto Rico. I'll go to Cuba.
What people don't know is Puerto Rico over the years has had a decline. Like, I used to go to Puerto Rico every year for Christmas, pretty much till 1979, that my mother died.
Yeah, they said the crime rate is out of control. The crime rate
is unbelievable. I mean, 6-8 months ago, one weekend in Puerto Rico, they shot as many people as they did in Chicago.
Yeah,
you know,
that's bad.
They're saying that if you're a tourist, you have to stay in Nuevo San Juan and keep it light in there. You know, you go off those roads, bro. There's people posing with their car fucking broken and a hot chick with a bikini. You go to fucking Fix a Flat, 10 Puerto Ricans jump out of a bush and hit you in the head with a pipe. So you got to mind your business, you know. And it's like that. You just can't say Puerto Rico. It's like that in any... Listen,
yeah.
I went to New York a few months ago to shoot a movie. And I'd walk around those touristy areas. And I'm like, these people are dead giveaway. Like, just where you're stopping and how you're looking. You're
and looking up at the buildings.
And looking up at the buildings or looking at your fucking phone, you know. So they stick out. I remember the 70s in New York. Tourists would get lit up. Lit up.
Miami, too.
I never forget seeing a family get all their money taken playing 3-card Monte.
Oh, yeah.
That day is still etched in my brain forever.
Yeah.
That we watch, you know, like, what people don't understand is 3-card Monte is 3 cards on a milk crate upside down with like a velour sheet, and this guy's hustling you, and he's got 3 or 4 lookouts, and you're trying to find the red card or the black card, whatever it is, and he's shuffling. He's a street magician, guys. These guys are gypsies.
Yep.
And I'll never forget being in the 8th grade, freshman year, and going over there with a kid who's dead now. In fact, it was his anniversary, August 3rd, of dying, 39 years. Dominic Special, God rest his soul. And I remember that I saw the family, and they always have one guy who they let win.
Yeah.
So you're watching the guy win, and you're like, I could do it. And I remember losing $20, and after I lost my $20, my buddy started yelling at me. And to make a long story short, he threw in his money after he yelled at me, and he lost. But there was a family there from Germany or Europe somewhere. And I'll tell you what, man, they lost everything. Lee, when I tell you there was a stack of traveler's checks, and once they make a big haul,
wow,
they go police, and they flip the milk crate up, and they just disappear.
Yep.
And I'll never forget the look on this family's face. Like, if I never forgot it, and it was 30, 40 fucking years ago.
And it didn't happen to you.
It didn't happen to me, and I never forgot it. They just stood there. Like,
man.
dad, the 2 kids, holding his wife, and the wife and the husband were just looking at each other like, what just happened? Like, what just fucking happened? We just lost our vacation money.
In 6 minutes.
In 6 or 7 minutes. And it was just like, God, police. And the thing went up and there was no cops. And the guy kept saying, where you going? Where you going? I want to win back my money. And they're like, the cops, dog. And they just started running. And that was the end of that.
Yeah. You know, in Miami, though, when I was growing up in the 80s, there was a time in a period of the 80s where they would look for the rental cars to see the rental cars.
And they would get you right out of the airport. Yeah.
Smash and grab. They would and now they said they're starting to do it again. They smash the windows and then they take whatever out of the car, but then people fighting them for the car, so people get shot and they get killed. And it's really, really, it's pretty sad. You got to be on guard. People are, the thing is that this has gotten so crazy with the haves having so much and the poor people everywhere, they losing their minds. And that's what happens when people are struggling and hungry. They start stealing.
We're living in weird times, Ada.
Yeah.
I mean, we're living in, this country had a weekend this last weekend.
Man.
It's traumatizing. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, my heart goes out to El Paso and Dayton, 2 places where I cut my comedy teeth in El Paso.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in El Paso. He used to book me 2 weeks of the shot, that guy, Bart.
Bart, yeah.
My heart goes out to Patrick Candelaria and his family down there. There's a lot of guys that are down there. I don't even know how to get a hold of.
Right.
The guy that used to work with Gabriel's website is down there.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been thinking about these people all weekend. Dayton. I don't know how many times I played that fucking Funny Bone, you know.
And the Funny Bone in Dayton was the first club to headline me after I did Last Comic Standing.
Really?
Yeah, I was, and I had such a great experience at that club.
It was great. I go to Cleveland or Columbus, but I got to make it back to Dayton, especially now. But so what you're trying to tell me is I can't go to a garlic festival.
Man, you can't go.
I can't go to Walmart now. I got to keep my eyes open in the movie theater. I got to keep my eyes open at a fucking
a country concert.
Being outside at any concert.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
That bar was down the street from where I live now, the one in Thousand Oaks. I live in Woodland Hills.
Oh, that's right.
And one of our comedians, Courtney Shorman, she used to hang out at that bar. That bar that got shot up by that guy.
What about last week with that guy in Van Nuys? The guy who killed his girlfriend and her entire family?
Right over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know about that.
Right here. My wife said she was driving. They closed the street by the barbecue place on Vineland. It's on Vineland there. But, this has to, I'm a micro type of dude. Like, I've always been a micro type of dude. That's one of my shortcomings in life. Listen, I love to worry about the whales. And I love to save some fucking white kid in Africa. But guess what? I have friends that are having a hard time. I have friends that can't put their kids through college and they need help. I have homeless people in my fucking neighborhood that I take care of. That when I have a lot of food, I'll go out and hunt them down. I've always believed to be a micro type person. We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.